Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today I'm doing a reading for water signs for Sun, Moon and Rising 2022 Chinese New Year, Year of the Tiger. If you want a personal reading, there's my details. It's Moonlight Madness. You can email me direct or you can phone me for a reading. I do both. I can meet in person if you need that to happen. I work with energy. I work with people energy. Piece of jewellery will work really well. It's my son's ring. A lot of emotion attached to that ring, so I can't wear it too much. I get upset. But yeah, so it's been a wet couple of days, so I figured I'd start with water signs. I did air yesterday. We're working with the Faery tarot cards, Doreen, Virtue and Radleigh, Valentine. Did those ones, and Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette-Baron-Reid. And we've also got another deck which I'm going to get. Maybe I'm not meant to have that today. Alright, then we'll do the Faery Oracle instead. Faery Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and Selina Fenech, which is a very nice deck as well. And of course it's an old deck. Straight off the bat, Princess of Summer. So you're working with water. This could be a younger water sign, male or female energy, or both. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy around you. They're very gentle, they're sensitive, they're kind, they're a little bit naive, maybe inexperienced, and very compassionate. And someone who likes to share their emotions with. They can be there for you when you have sad days or good days. They're very compassionate. They share your concern as well. And they may write poetry or draw or do something creative like that. They might have their own private little garden that they sit in or sit outside in. It makes them feel connected with the energy. And we had a jumping card. For some water signs, you're looking at proposing marriage. Four of Springs is usually celebration, and it can represent happiness and a contented personal life. Either you're getting married or you're thinking about marriage. It may be strongly in your cards. It can also represent a house that you may be wanting to move to or own. New home it can represent. New beginnings in a new home with a new person. I had balance that wanted to come out, but then it flew back in. In the past you may have been dating a fire sign, Sagittarian, Aries or Leo. Lots of fun. They're very energetic. They can be optimistic, marketing whiz. They like to draw, paint, sing, act. They could be actors. Someone in your past was a fire sign. Quick to temper, but very passionate, energetic energy. And most people are drawn to them because they're the life of the party. Very sexy Sagittarians. My son, I got to say my son, Freudian slip, my brother is a Sagittarian and he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of the life of the party usually. Or he was when he was younger. Ace of Pentacles, recent past. Some type of windfall, money, assistance or offer. A very successful project, a happy change. Someone's offering you a pentacle or a job in your past that was going to expand your career. And usually it's a lump sum of money, maybe from a sale of a home in your past. So you may be able to just live off that for a while until you figure out what you want to do. I'm also getting lots of gold energy around you, so that's to do with like coins. Pentacles is always coin, but it can also represent like a lucky coin. Like you may have something that's of value on picking up, maybe a medal or something you were given when you were small, maybe even from a church. I'm getting something to do with the church coin or talisman that you keep on your person to protect you and keep you safe from harm's way. It may have been blessed by a priest. That's what I'm getting. Very strong. Keep it on your person. It's a talisman. It protects you. Oh, there you go. Happy marriage, happy life. Ten of Cups. Talks about staying with family or maybe seeing family. You may need to drop in and visit them because they missed your energy around. Raising children wisely, people you can trust, maybe friends that are like family around you, but it's talking about spending more time with family. You might need their emotional support at this time, during this time. Everyone's going through lots of changes because of everything happening in the world, so we all need that extra support system. Maybe you need to go on the water, or near a river or a lake or a stream. Water helps to balance out the energy of a water sign. My son is a Scorpio. He very much needs water. He still loved swimming when he was a child with me. When we lived in Brisbane, we swam in a pool. We did lengths every day, so he could become a really good swimmer. And he had asthma, so it helped his asthma. And we're in the year of the tiger, so this flew out, the strength card. Tiger's eyes, also represented by tiger energy. Carnelians for luck and for joy. So maybe there's a lucky cycle coming up for you in your future to do with someone that may have fire in their chart. They may be a water sign with fire in their chart, or an air sign with water and fire in their chart. If there's a lot of water, then there's a lot of emotion. And if there's a lot of fire, that's a lot of passion. It can come out as anger, but it's actually passion. The winds of change have come to visit us. I think we're going to be in for an early winter, but don't quote me on that. It's like Groundhog Day. They used to send out a groundhog to see which way it pointed, to see what type of year it was going to be. In Canada, I think they did that. Either a cold winter or a fairly mild winter. I feel it's going to be a very cold winter. It's a sense I have. Ooh. Capricorn energy. You may be dealing with an earth sign as well. Someone around you who is either an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you have earth in your chart. They're very good with business. They're a business person. They're gifted at that. Natural aptitude with figuring out banking and books and ledgers. I'm getting for some. For some people, they may be really good with accounting. That might be part of their job to make sure the numbers add up. You might be working for a financial services place with water signs. You may be in charge of accounting. Not everyone's very good at that, but someone around you is like that owns their own business, is in a high position, a power, and rules over a home situation. And I've got 10 of Wands. So you may have 10 projects going on, 10 problems that you're trying to juggle. and it's just too many for one person. All responsibility is weighed on your back. You need to not be responsible for everyone. You have to be responsible for your own health and happiness, and then look out for other people. If you're not right, then you can't look out for others. So take care of your own mental and emotional health first. Make sure you talk to your therapist, or talk to your family if you need support that way. I think everyone needs to talk to someone, especially what we're all going through. The whole world is turned upside down. And that's Capricorn energy. That's come through from 2021 to 2022. Whoa, that flew out. This is your nest egg. So the money that you have, that you're sitting on, there's all those pumpkins you're sitting on, you're looking and you're surveying the scene about whether to invest more time or energy into a person, place or thing, whether they are worth the effort or the energy to keep at it. It says here, have patience, a prudent investment of your time or money. So maybe you've invested in someone in the past and they've let you down, so you're scared to invest in someone new, because all that time and effort feels like you wasted it on someone who didn't deserve it. And I can understand that. You may have a couple of people that you are looking at as a long-term partner. I'm getting two. There's not just one. And the past one may have been hanging on. 8 of Cups. 2 8s. No, a 10 and an 8. So that's being stressed out, having too many things to do. You're trying to juggle 8 different balls or 10 different balls, and an ending will set you free. You may be ending in an addiction or a codependency on someone, so you can move on to someone more stable within themselves. They have all their ducks in a row. And literally, I saw ducks the other day in the water when I was swimming at the pool in Wall's End. So that may have some meaning for someone out there, that you were waiting for all your ducks in a row before you made your approach, you made your move on this person, place or thing. Wisdom of the Oracle. I think most people want to start something when they're in a good position themselves, when they're mentally sound and they have a job and they're doing well. That's when you want to approach someone, not when you're not together yourself. How can you be together for someone else if you're not together? You have to look after, someone said in a reading I did listen to the other day, you have to listen to it. You have to look after numero uno first before you can look after someone else. I thought that was really good advice. You just need to find your happy place. My son rings up every day and I try to talk to him and help him and counsel him in a way, but I've got to come from a place of my own good mental health before I can advise him. So I advised him to seek out a therapist and to seek out Lifeline if he's ever in a place where he doesn't know what to do about something. And then just talking it through with someone over the phone. Lifeline 131114. It doesn't mean you're any less than, it just means that you need someone else to help point out what direction you need to go in, or to see it objectively and not from any biased point of view. So I've told him, I've given him that advice. I talk to my psychologist every second week. Sometimes it's every third week. She's a really good therapist. A leg up. That's a nice thing to have. So someone's going to help you out. Maybe if you're after a job or a new place, you've got a leg up from a friend. A friend's going to put out something for you to get you moving, to get you some type of work, like I'm trying to do with my site. Energy channeling, psychometry, crystal healing and tarot cards, which is what I do. And sometimes when we are so psychic and you can't switch it off, then what's the best job for you to do? Go and do that thing that you're good at, which is, if you're being a psychic, go and make money from it. Yang. Okay, so some of you out there are putting too much male energy into this union, which is why it's not working. Because if you're a male and the person you like has a lot of male energy, then you're going to butt heads. You need someone softer, or someone with less tomboy nature. I guess that's what you need. Someone more feminine. You just want some peace and quiet. 34. If you're very feminine yourself, then a tomboy would balance you out. But then you can't react with that male energy too much with them. So then you'll have two alpha males, or alpha male and female butting heads. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who you can give a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and interdependence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. Relationships that are healthy thrive on being interdependent. So you're together but you're independent. It's important to recognise what you need, that you need others as much as they need you. But you must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust, you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind though. Asking is given. And then 1 energy, Yang. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity. The power to make things happen, taking action. Yang represents the power of action and energy, so you must take action in order to propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life, and it is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. Asking you to take the lead and not let the other person, because the other person may be used to taking the lead and they've got to maybe retract some of that male energy. Being fiercely independent is not a weakness, it's a strength, but it can also be emotional. Being emotional is a strength and not a weakness. That's how I see it. This is a fairly new deck for me, but I had it given to me by a friend a long time ago when I was going through some things, and she had it in her shop, which is now owned by Adrian at Rainbow Runner. So it's funny how I lost it and then I found it again, basically, because I moved. But I found this deck in his shop and I was like, that's the deck I'm meant to have. It was calling me to his shop to go look for it. Seeking you shall find is a really good saying. One of my old bosses used to say, Kelly, you need to seek and you will find. You need to go searching for it if you want it bad enough. And it will be drawn to you like a magnet. Law of attraction. So when I wear that ring, I'm drawn to energy and memories of my son's past when he was younger and he still lived with me. I connect to him that way. And I can be walking out in the outdoors past where he used to play footy, And I will see images of him from 5-6 years ago. It's like I've opened a portal, a doorway to his past when I step back on that footy ground. And then sometimes I'll be walking along Throsby Creek. It's called the Great Bloody Walk. And I will see images for Chris when he's older, when he's around in his mid-20s, maybe 30s even, and he's really fit and he's really lean. And he looks healthy. The littlest fairy. Oh, that's a nice card to get. Sometimes you feel small. Well, some of you may be figuratively small build. And that may make you feel vulnerable. But the best things are given to you in the smallest packages. Speaking of portal, secret doorway. I was read a book on 10 minutes on how to meditate, which I struggle with. And it said something about, I love you with all your rough edges, meaning no one is perfect. Everyone has, a diamond in the rough. They need to be polished and shined that little bit extra, but you can see into the heart of that person and what a good person they are. If that is what you're looking for, you will find it there, but it's not going to be immediately given to you. You have to work for it. You have to dig that diamond out of the rough. 20. And this card is also why I was drawn to it, is the Jewish symbol. It's a pentacle, but it's also, to me, it reminds me of the six-pointed star, the Jewish symbol. 20. For some people, if you're having disorders of the blood, like breaking out in skin conditions, garnet is a good crystal to wear. Yeah. Little things matter. Seeds, subatomic particles, fairy rings and precious things are often very, very small, and they often are overlooked, go unnoticed or are judged ordinary due to their lack of size. But such small things have power, magic and significance far beyond their size. They are gifts from the world of the fairies, and as such you must express your gratitude and appreciation for them. The more the fairy blessings and magic can enter your life, those little things are invisible. So when you draw this card in a reading, be sure to take a look around both with your eyes and your spirit eye. Your third eye, have a feel with your fairy fingers. Find out what has been given to you and then give thanks for the little things in your life. The tiny things make an offering today for the fairies. A thimbleful of milk and honey can create a fairy bower. Clear a small section of the garden and let it be wild and free, for in that small area they feel at home. And so amidst the order, the fairy here is protecting her toadstool, and it is important as any other. So to be today on the alert for small things coming to you from the fairy realm. Maybe it's a butterfly. It just flies past that reminds you of something. They're all guardians and warriors, asking them to protect the trees and the animals. They're being tiny and invisible to others who can not see them, but the ones who have the sight can. They are powerful and are tiny and appear as little more than a flicker of light from the corner of your eye, or a sense that something flew behind you. They are strong, wild, and assisting us greatly. So today, notice what is overlooked. Do something small and know that though your life itself may be small, seems small at times, it is a powerful and magical one, and you too can bring many blessings to both the planet and the soul of nature. The butterfly lives for a short span a day. Perfect poems can be small. There are perfect minutes of music, just as there are day-long operas. Sometimes there is nothing exquisite in scaling down what we do, creating something precious and shining and getting closer. See what can be reduced in your life and know that it will shine the brighter for the reduction in it. Maybe it's an addiction. Modesty, a deliciously small sense of scale. Natural beauties that may only last a few minutes. Dew on the grass, a rainbow in a crystal, a reflection on water, a delicious strawberry and a flower in bloom, a light moving on the periphery of your vision, signifying fairy contact, All these things are precious. Today, make an offering and give thanks for a small treasure within your life. Be generous in your appreciation. Keep things small and beautiful. Something needs to be in miniature to be at the right size. Do not criticize something, a gentle tendril of a new plant pushing through soil, for not being large in size yet. Break down a task into a smaller component and take baby steps. Give thanks for each small step along that way, and know that over the magic of time, small things grow. Know that some things are better for being small. They are not meant to become big. They are tiny, and they are treasures, being pushed to make something bigger, louder, and more noticeable. Small is the way to go for now. Look closer at the detail. Understand the power of gratitude in terms of growth. Know your life is in some way small and very precious because of this. Secret doorway is 5. And it can be coming up. We're coming into February. I think it's April. Easter is the next autumn equinox. That's what it is. Being able to see change ahead but not knowing how to deal with it. Understanding that in order to learn something new, one must forget what one thinks one knows. Getting down to the level of others who you do not know. Receiving messages from nature and understanding that wonderment is the natural process of change. Working with intuition, second sight, opening dimensional doorways. This beautiful being is half human, half Fae, which is fairy folk, and is rediscovering herself and her ability to intuit the messages of nature of all that is. She's an awakening being who is undergoing a process of deep and real change based on her association with the Fae and her ability to finally understand that the trees and natural world are the keys to establishing communication with the Fae. But she stands on the threshold of a world that seems ill-fitted to her. To understand and roam freely within, what can she do? Change her shape, become smaller like in Alice in Wonderland? Take that magic pill? Truly, in order to reach the wonderment of fairy, you must become smaller. But that does not mean to become a reduced version of yourself. Rather, it means to approach them or whatever it is at hand as a beginner, a walker in a new land, and to be humble and willing to learn. This threshold will see them walk into another land, but they will be able to walk in their own. The light pouring through this humble doorway is enlightenment, meaning more knowledge, understanding, and the ability to communicate. She is peering through this doorway through which light can shine into the darkening world of humans, a world that is only darkened by the thought forms that provide a kind of emotional pollution in our world. She is ready to step through, to allow her imagination's wisdom to lead her into new realms, and to accept the mystery of fairy communication. So learning begins at a pace that is for baby steps, baby pace. And as this relationship deepens, her health and material wealth will also benefit in powerful ways. As the fairies love to see their own prosper and thrive and take the messages back, she is liminal being an in-betweener that will walk between worlds and in the 3 realms of humans and fairy of the afterlife. Unlocking the door or unlocking the secrets to the afterlife is some of us can do. Some of us can walk along both worlds and try to coexist into the both of them. It can be very hard. You must find something to anchor you in the human world so you're not always off in the magical world. That's my biggest challenge. I hope that helps someone that's a water sign out there that needs to hear this message.